So today we're going to tear rice paper, which is a little bit different than tearing rag paper because rice paper, when it's dry, is very, very hard to tear. It's very strong fibers, and when it's wet, it's very weak, and so it's really easy to tear. So I'm going to use a little bit of water, and I'm going to use a tear bar in the first place to cut my paper or make it a different size. And then I'm even going to show you how to cut a curve with rice paper with this French curve. So remember, when choosing your paper, the texture and the color of it really affects your image. So I think of the paper not only as what you're printing on, but part of your composition. Okay? So bright white landscape, it's a sunny day. And if you have a more toned piece of paper, it's a different season possibly, maybe more autumnal. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and tear this lovely piece of kitty cotta paper, and I'll leave that piece whole. And I'm just going to tear a small edge off of the right-hand side. Now, a tear bar is a very heavy stainless steel straight edge. It is not a ruler. See, there's no ruler on it. And you can get them with rulers, but I don't do that because I don't want people to use it as a drawing tool, because then it gets stuff on the edge and then it'll get onto your paper when you're tearing it. So I use this only for tearing paper. Okay, so I'm going to put this where I want to tear it. I'm going to take a small clean brush with clean water on it, and I'm going to paint that water down the edge of my tear bar. This is a laid paper, so it's a handmade paper, so it has a nice soft deckled edge. And so if you cut it with a razor blade or an X-Acto knife, then you'd have a very sharp edge, which doesn't really lend to the characteristic of rice paper. And then when you're pulling your paper across the tear bar, it tears really easily. But I'm not just pulling it down, I'm pulling it across. There. And then you have that nice soft torn edge, which is similar to the deckled edge of the original piece of paper. Okay. Now we're going to do a curved line, just to show you that you can. And I'm just going to do it on this small piece. Again, wetting it along the edge of where I want to tear it. And what this application is good for is if you want to use this paper in a sheen collé, which is a collage method that I'll be addressing at another time. And then you tear your paper against the curve. And then you get a nice, beautiful form with a nice edge. And there we have a notan. That's tearing paper 101.